cowards shy away, come to take the throne. To conquer world powers, bring Jacob home. I'm quarterbacking like Jake DeLome, like Mount Rushmore. I got a face of stone.
Yeah, so I want to say, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and that's all praises to the Heavenly Father, who the world entered the cause Jesus Christ. Right? And I'm not going into the lesson, it's just a beautiful chapter. I was just reading, the Spirit that led me to read through it earlier this week. And it's James chapter 5, man. It's very beautiful. It admonishes Israel. At the same time, it also condemns these damn heathens, man. These heathens just flowing in wealth, right? Not knowing that this day, the day of trouble is about to overtake them by surprise, man. James 5 is a beautiful chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let me show you these heathens that flow in wealth, because our brother Ezra, right, he witnessed it as well.
The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 3 verse 33, and yet their reward appeared not, and their labor hath no fruit. For I gave none here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth.
So Ezra went here and there through the heathen, going to different countries in the heathen, experiencing different, well, not going to different countries, but going to different locations within where he was living at, and seeing the heathen that they were doing what?
Flow with wealth.
They flow with wealth, man. Just how we live in Babylon, man. You know, people, they flow in wealth, while the Israelites, we've been raped, robbed, and murdered, stripped of our nationality, stripped of our financial powers, stripped of our inner godliness, man. You know what I'm saying? Our kingship and our lordship. We over here dwelling in poverty, while they dwelling in wealth, man. You know? Go ahead.
Con, and think not upon thy commandment.
And they think not upon the Most High God's commandments. I guarantee. Hey, excuse me, you couple right there. Y'all look like a lovely couple. Let me ask you something. Do y'all think upon the Most High God's commandments? You see? Exactly. Exactly. They don't. They just give you that damn thumb, bro. They don't even know what a commandment is, man.
Verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance. God. And there's also that dwell in the world.
So Ezra is saying, weigh our wickedness in the balance, right? So you got the balance scales. You've seen it in the court of law, the justice system. You got one side right there that's weighing a particular item. Another side, man. So Ezra just basically saying, let's see, does the heathen's wickedness outweigh Israel's wickedness? Go ahead.
And so shall thy name now where be found but in Israel.
So you're going to find that Most High, that your name is only going to be found in Israel, right? Because because these heathens, they're flowing in wealth. They're not thinking about your commandments. They don't care about your holy covenant, because first and foremost, it wasn't given to them, right? And so their spirit's just bearing witness to the wickedness that you created them and foreordained for them to live out their life, right?
This is James chapter 5 verse 1 in the NLT. Look here, ye rich people.
Look here, you rich people. Hey, you across the street, you like you got some money. Look here, this message for you right now. Go ahead.
Weep and groan.
Weep and groan. Why?
With anguish, because of all the terrible troubles ahead of you.
Because all the terrible troubles ahead of you. You just walking up and down the streets of Dallas, up on the streets of stolen land, like you ain't gotta pay account to that, man. But your forefathers owned my forefathers, right? And in a sense, you're still owning us till today. Right? The social security number, man. We're stamped, bro. Right? Go ahead.
Your wealth is rotting away.
Your wealth is rotting away, America. You know? Your wealth is rotting away, and you know it, man. You know, this is why you're trying to defame the Israelites. You're trying to put the spotlight on other things, man. You're trying to say, oh, now we just got a coin shortage, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these damn lame excuses, bro. You know your wealth is rotting away, and you know your time is up. It's coming up, because guess what, Esau? We know that you know the scriptures. Now, of course, you're not going to apply it, right? But we understand that you know that we're the true people, and the Most High God, He's going to avenge our blood and our ancestors' blood up on your forehead, man. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt.
He says, don't lay up treasures upon earth where rust and moth corrupt. Go ahead.
Con. So like, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is,
Where your treasure is, what's going to be there?
there will your heart be also.
We understand that the so-called white man's treasure, well, his heart is in America. This is his treasure, right? But we understand that America is being moth-eaten, right? It's rusting away. It's withering away. Go back to James just real quick before you get Revelations 3 and 17, man. Right? Because they flow up and down these streets, man. Just living vicariously. Just don't give a damn, man. Right? But they need to be weeping and howling right now, right?
Con, you want it from verse 1? This is James 5 and verse 2 in the NLT. Your wealth is rotting away, and your fine clothes are moth-eaten rags.
Your clothes are moth-eaten, right? He says lay up on the, he says don't lay up your treasure upon earth because they're gonna be moth-eaten. Good.
Your gold and silver have become worthless.
Your gold, your currency has become worthless, man. The U.S. dollar is backed by nothing, meaning that it's just damn paper. It's nothing. It's worthless. Good.
The very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire.
The very wealth that you're counting upon, whether you trading this damn Forex or whether you just fucking raped, robbed, and murdered, you know what I'm saying? The very wealth that you've counted upon now is going to eat upon your flesh because God is going to require the way how you've acquired that wealth. While you were acquiring this wealth, you were polluting the Most High God's land by blood, by bloodshed. So He's going to have to require that. That's how it's going to eat upon your flesh.
Con, it goes on to say, this treasure you have accumulated will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment.
How is it going to stand against you? According to His law. We're going to go in the law to show how it's going to stand against you. Keep going.
For listen, this is verse 4 now. For listen, hear the cries of the field workers.
Hear the cry of the who?
Field workers.
The field niggas. Hear the cry of the field niggas. That's us, right? We are the field niggas reincarnated, right? Now standing up in the trenches, trying to labor and give you this word of the Most High God. Now listen to what the field niggas had to say.
For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay.
Don't that sound like us, man? Don't that sound like us and our ancestors? We're the field niggas and y'all cheated us of our pay while y'all over here flowing in wealth. Go ahead.
The wages you held back.
The wages you held back, do what?
Cry out against you.
Now how? According to His law. Go ahead.
God, this book of Deuteronomy chapter 24, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. At his day thou shalt give him his hire.
So at his day you should give him his hire, right? So the same day, what do you want, man? What do you want? Hold on. Say what? You chatted with me?
No, me.
What's your nationality? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, you King David? You King David? Uh-huh. You ain't see nothing? That's because it ain't for you. So you King David, huh? You King David. All right, so you're Israelite. You're Israelite?
Where is the video? It's coming. It's up. It's like Mo got 3,000.
Hey, so you're Israelite? You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. You want me to show you? You want me to show you according to the Bible that you're the devil? No, I'm going to show you straight out the Bible. What you got? Okay, I'm going to... Hold on.
Wait. Let me ask you a
Hey,
question.
come here, devil. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible? What? Hey, come here. Hey, boy.
Hey, tell on your hoodie.
You got them hiking shoes on, dude. You hiking Mount Seir, ain't you? Hey, guess what? Hey, give me Isaiah 34 real quick. Hey, come here. Hey, if you want to take a picture, come here. Right? You damn devil. Oh, withered ass neck, bro. Like a damn reptile. Damn, you just drop it, bro.
He is a dirty.
Yeah, you reptilian people.
You say I am the devil. If it's not on the website, it's not true.
Hey, sisters, y'all believe in the Bible? All right, come here then. You're God's chosen people. Well, I don't know about you. I can't judge by fear. It's a lock. Hey, come here real quick if y'all believe in the Bible. All right, that's all right. All right, what verse we at? Oh, you ain't finish out? So read that again in Jeremiah, James. Yeah, where is that? About the field labor.
Con. This is James 5 and verse 4 in the NLT. For listen, hear the cries of the field niggas. Work, whom you have cheated.
I mean, it's biblical. Acts 13 called us a nigga, man. Nigger. So we feel niggas, bro. We out here in the trenches, confounding all these Christians. You know what I'm saying? Got tired of that, right?
Hear the cries of the field workers, whom you have cheated of their pay. The wages you have held back cry out against you.
The wages that you've held back from the field niggas, they crying out against you, man, according to God's law. Now bring it back out.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 15. At his day thou shalt give him his hire.
At his day you should give him his hire. So the same day that we work for you, man, you should be paying us. You should be paying us that same day. Don't let it go from 2 weeks, getting paid every damn 2 weeks, bro. That's an abomination, bro. That's going against God's law, right? And so damn Jewish rats, bro, that's living in the land of Israel right now. You know, you can guarantee those people that own those companies, they're not following that law because they're just fucking greedy, man.
That's right. Neither shall the sun go down upon it.
Neither shall the sun go down upon that same day that we work, good?
For he is poor.
He is poor. We broke up here. I got cash out, bro, if y'all...
And setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry again thee.
So what happens when these field niggas cry?
Lest he cry against thee unto Yahweh, and it be sin unto thee.
And it be sin unto thee. So when you rob us of our wages that we've earned for that day, and you don't pay us, and now we ain't got enough money to buy our family some food, or to pay our light bill, or to pay our car note, and we cry unto the Most High God, guess what? It's sin unto you. That's how he's condemning these damn wicked Edomites, bro. They just fucking off, bro. Go ahead.
The cries of those who harvest your fields have reached the ears of the Lord of heaven's armies.
That's right. To the Lord of the heaven's armies, right? Now, why did James put the Lord of the heaven's army? He emphasized upon that. When you go into KJV says Lord of Sabaoth, right? Just meaning the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, right? Because he's a man of war about to wage vengeance upon the injustice that's been done to his people, right?
Right. Go to verse 5. Verse 5. You have spent your years on earth in luxury.
You spent your years on earth in luxury. Hey, you. Hey, Ching Chong. Hey. Why? Hey, let me ask you something. Hey, do you think about God's commandments? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Look at you. Yeah, you are. Am I lying? Huh? Hey, you got a rice patty in that backpack, boy?
That's right.
So long, man. Hey, the Lord, he's a man of laughter as well, man.
Hey. James 5 and verse 5. You have spent your years on earth in luxury,
Right.
satisfying your every desire.
Satisfying your every desire, man. Y'all spent your year on earth in luxury. How and why? Because you've been living deliciously off of the rape, rob, and murder and unjust hire that you've committed against the children of Israel, against God's chosen people. Go ahead.
You have.
Hey sisters, how y'all doing? Do y'all believe in the Bible? That's good. That's good. Can I show you something real quick? It's a word for you. You ever heard that you God's chosen people? All right.
You have fattened yourselves for the day of slaughter.
You damn Edomites, bro. Y'all been living deliciously off the Israelites, and y'all just fatten yourself for the day of slaughter, right? So, say what? Yeah. So they fatten themselves on the day of slaughter. Give me Isaiah 34 verse 5 real quick, right? Because the Most High God, he has a sacrifice in Basra. He's just allowing you to get fat so he can have a nice, good, fatted Edomite for a sacrifice. All right? Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come upon all Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Y'all are cursed by the Most High God, the so-called Caucasians, the Edomites, right? The Idumeans, right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood, and it will make fat with fat slack. It is made fat with fatness.
Why is it made fat? Because James said that they've gotten fat. They fed themselves just for the day of slaughter. That's why his sword is bathed with fat, man. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, you ever heard that your God shows the people on earth? Say what you say? You heard that before? Okay. Can I show you something real quick? Come on up here. Okay. So basically, what we just talking about right now, is. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the last verse. Basically, all we talking about, we just going to the 5th chapter of James. It's a beautiful chapter, man. All it is just condemning your oppressor, how they rape, robbed, and murdered your people, and how they gotten fat off of it, while we become poor, right, and frail because we're malnourished spiritually and physically because of the injustice. And then the later verses in James 5 just kind of admonishes the Israelites, just telling them to be patient. You know, to keep their faith, basically, before Yahweh comes back, which is who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. Right?
This is James 2:5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
See, a lot of people, you know, when you go into the church, right, like the Creflo Dollar Church, or they call it the Potter's House, they look up at Creflo Dollar like, you know, he's just some type of idol to be worshipped. You know what I'm saying? But God, he doesn't choose those type of men typically. You know what I'm saying? He chooses the base things in this world. He chooses the poor, the despised, the cast down, the reproach. That's who the gospel is for, right? He says all those who weep and mourn in Zion, who weep and mourn in Israel, man. So this gospel message is for you, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
And heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him.
So he says that you're don't you want to be a co-ruler or a joint heir with Christ in the kingdom? Man, hey, there's only one way to do it, right? You come back to your aristocratic manners, meaning your kingship manners, by taking the heed to these commandments, because this is how we're going to rule the new age, right? This is how we're going to rule the new age, which is called New Jerusalem. We're going to rule it by his commandments, all right?
Right, because like in James 2:5, it says those who are rich, the poor who are rich in faith, and those that love him to be heirs of the kingdom, right? And so Christ says in John 14:15, if ye love me, keep my commandments, right? Being that you're rich in faith, right? Keep the commandments as well.
Because he knows you. But give me Revelation 2:9. He knows the true Israelites' poverty. You know what I'm saying? Now you're familiar with those people that live in the land of Israel today, huh? Those white people. Those not the true Jews of the Bible. Those not the true Israelites according to the Bible, right? Christ himself said that the true Israelites, that they're actually poor, but they're rich in faith, like James said, right?
Right? And pertaining to those that love him, right? Watch this, bro. Right? Pertaining to those that love him, it says in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God.
So all things work together for those who keep his commandments. Good.
To them who are the called according to his purpose.
So who's been called? Give me Isaiah 44 verse 1. Who's been called, man? Because leave it up to the Christian church. They'll tell you that the whole world's been called. Whoever wants to listen to Jesus, man. That, oh, you're the called, you're the chosen. But the Most High God, is that it? Yeah. That's nice.
Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Chosen. That's the same thing as called, right? Come over here. I've chosen you. I've called you over here. Who is Jacob? That's the progenitor of the Israelites. That's our forefather. So he called a certain ethnic, a certain ethnicity of people or nationality of people, right?
Isaiah 45:4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee.
He's called Israel, right? So going back to Romans 8 and what you had in Romans 8, right? All things work together for the good. Read that again.
Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God.
And what's love according to the Bible? Keeping the commandments, right?
To them who are the called according to his purpose.
To them who are called according to his purpose, which we just got. That was Israel. Go ahead.
For whom he did foreknow.
Who he did foreknow. Right? You got that, right? Did you get a flower last time? Okay.
This is Amos 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
Right, so you go to church, they're going to harden their hearts, and they're going to close their hands for you, right? But they expect you to have your hands lending. They expect you to be lending unto the church, to be paying your tithes, right? But according to the Bible, it says that we're not supposed to harden our hearts towards another fellow Israelite. You know what I'm saying? If we see that they're down on their luck, or so-called, right? Or they're just poor, right?
God, verse 8. But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him.
How shall you open up your hand?
Wide unto him.
This is a commandment. We have to open up our hands wide unto him.
And shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need and that which he wanteth.
So whatever you want, we got to give it to you, right? We got to give it to you. It's the law. But we understand through wisdom that we don't give to any old body. We give to people who hearken unto the Most High God's words. We don't want to give to a sinner, right? Like Sirach had gave us that beautiful wisdom. Don't give to a sinner so you don't strengthen his hand, right? And he goes do more wickedness and mischief, right? So this is why we give unto people, unto brothers like yourself, people who hearken to the Most High God's words, right? Because we love you, because we keep the commandments, right? Because love, according to the Bible, is the keeping of the commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we do that, bro. So we appreciate you listening. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any questions, just let us know. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. So, Shalom.